Okay, so Lauren is convinced these days. It's actually so rude that she really wants me to be with like a short guy.
I just see it.
But like, what about me gives that energy?
I honestly can't put my finger on it, but it just makes sense to me. Like
I could definitely see with the short king. Short king energy is
like,
radiating from Kenzie.
You just need somebody with that confidence.
Yeah, but not like too much confidence.
Like willing to let you be you.
Yeah, like let you be
So
in control
how
and like
does
do
that
your own
have
thing.
to? How
Somebody that can look up to you.
Shut the fuck up.
Physically, literally.
Lauren was at my house the other day and she was talking about it. What was the speech you were gonna give?
At your wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, just something about how you love to wear heels, and he would love to also wear heels. And I think that it could even out the playing ground. So, like, maybe you could switch to you just got ballet flats, and you can give him the heels, because you're probably going to be the same size shoe.
You actually suck. Actually suck. I hope I end up with someone who's like 6'5", just out of spite.
I'm okay with that, too.
You know what's going to end
Just
up
be
happening?
open-minded.
You know what's going to end up happening? I'm going to end up in a really unhappy, unfaithful, horrible marriage.
And he's going to be 6'5".
But with a guy who's 6'5", just out of spite for her. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Because that is how far I'll take the joke.
Yeah, I could definitely
I
see
just
that
think
happening.
you should keep your horizons open. There have been a lot of suitors out there, and you've said no.
Yeah, because I don't like them.
Because they're tall.
I don't think so. So anyways, guys, we're in Los Angeles for the weekend. Presley and Lauren are here with me. As you guys know, they were on the BFF episode like a few months ago. We went to New York together. This has been the year of the girls' trips.
Yeah.
How are you liking our LA trip so far?
Oh my god, I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah, Alfred's? I want to marry Alfred.
Lauren,
I know that's not his name.
when we were in Austin, they have Alfred in Austin now, and Lauren had an iced vanilla latte, and she hasn't looked back. That's all she talks about.
Yeah, and I didn't know that they were in LA, so as soon as you told me that, I was like, I'm thinking about nothing else for this trip. I'm just thinking about Alfred.
There's an Alfred in every neighborhood, though, so you're going to be fine. It's going to be great for you.
Yeah, that was the best thing you've ever showed me.
Yeah. What were we listening to on the way here, Lauren?
T-Pain. Honestly, okay, so my daily mix, thank you, Spotify. It's a very big mashup of all my favorite things. It's mostly T-Pain, but also Taylor Swift, Celine Dion, I don't know what else, but T-Pain is always in there. Sean Kingston.
You got a bit of Akon.
Natasha Bedingfield. She's in there as well.
That was a nice little, throw in.
You just never know what you're going to get, but T-Pain it just puts you in a good mood.
Do you want to bring up like the beef you have with Meghan Trainor right now?
Yeah, okay, so I have publicly said to my 1,000 followers that T-Pain is my crush. I know he's married, so it's going to be like a respectful crush, right? Meghan Trainor, weeks after I announced this, now she has a crush on T-Pain.
I don't know if she said she has a crush on T-Pain. I think she said she's a big fan.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Lauren's man.
I don't know what to tell you. So now we're beefing.
Okay.
She doesn't know it yet, but now she does.
Now she's going to know it? Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say to her in case she's listening or watching this right now?
There's a lot of things I would have to say to her, but since this is being recorded, I have a feeling that I will do, what's it called? A duet? A collab? A featured? I'll be featured on one of T-Pain's songs at some point in my life.
Oh, wow. That's where we're going.
We're going to manifest starting now.
Okay. Are you guys manifestors? Presley, are you a manifestor?
I really want to be, but sometimes I feel like when I start doing it, I like ick myself out. I'm like, what am I doing?
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But
it
that's
does
good.
kinda work.
Yeah.
It does work.
It does
I get
really
that,
work. I did it kind of religiously like a
Yeah.
year ago at my old job, and I am not kidding. The next day, I've never won a giveaway in my life. I got the Apple TV. I got an Apple TV.
What
2
the
days later,
heck?
brand new Apple Watch. 2 giveaways. Never have won anything in my life. Like never won a bingo game. Never won a giveaway.
A bingo game is where you go.
That one still is in the back of my head that I've somehow never in my life won a bingo game. It's
What even
embarrassing.
is like manifesting? Like you just speak it into
Yeah.
existence until
Yeah.
it comes true, or
Yeah.
you're just so confident that it's gonna happen that it just happens.
I did like one of the TikTok
I think it's like kind of all the above.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a meeting with our psychic recently. You should really go to her.
I really
Laura.
want to. I love like Long Island Medium and like all of
Yes.
that. Yeah.
She's-
I really want to do it.
She's like so spot on. It's actually scary because she'll go back to The reason I believe her is because she'll talk about past things or like things in your family that no one, like, yes, I know you can find out so much about my life on the internet, but it's not that stuff. It's stuff that like even like friends wouldn't notice because we've never like, it's never been brought up.
Yeah.
But she did tell me that I'm I don't know the word, basically a really good manifester, but it's like comes naturally to me.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily like woo-woo manifesting, I don't think. It's more like whatever. And she said that everything that I want ends up happening, which I was like, I think that's also because I'm stubborn. And like if I say I'm going to do something, I would rather die than do that. But I'm going to let her have that one, you know?
Yeah. I definitely think like good karma is a thing. Like maybe that's just my route is like be nice to people and then good things will like come to you.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What is your biggest fear in your 20s? I just remembered yours, Lauren.
What was it?
Telling your future husband to fuck off at a bar.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to meet my future husband because dating apps, not it. It's, again, my hot or not app. But then at a bar, if you try to talk to me, like, I'm not interested. I want to hang out with my friends. I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to my friends. So fuck off.
We are the least approachable people in the bar when it comes to guys. We really are because we're like, we are not talking to you. Like, we're busy.
It's girls' time.
Yeah.
This is for girls only.
It's G and O every night. Like, yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so that is my big fear. It's like, I've already told him to leave me alone. And who's going to come back from that? He's not going to approach me again.
So then how would he become your future husband?
Yeah.
No,
he's not. That's my
actually,
fear.
no, you know what's going to end up happening? This is actually really likely. You would tell one of them to fuck off and they would love that you did that. Like that would make them love you and they'd be like, I knew she was the one.
This girl is feisty.
Yeah,
I don't think that's any better for me. That's just going to piss me off.
How would... You literally, no one can win with you.
I know. Really, that's my fear. This is why it's my fear.
We're getting to the root of it now.
Yeah, like, so, no, I think he'd just be like, oh yeah, I liked her. She was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Single forever by my own demise. That's my fear.
That's a good one.
Wow, I love that. So we're going to be talking about our fears for your 20s. And don't listen to this episode thinking that we will have the answers because
absolutely not.
we don't have the answers. If anything, though, we will bring you comfort by two having the same fears.
Yeah.
And I want to say when I posted a story with like a submission box asking people to submit their fears, and I listed them all off on this nice little piece of paper. And there were thousands of people who submitted, and it was all mainly like the 5 top fears. So at least we were all fearful of the exact same thing.
Yeah, which makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah. My biggest fear in life is like I'll accidentally settle, which I'm so not that. And I think that maybe when I was writing this down, I was thinking maybe I actually do have a little bit of commitment issues, and that's why and I've never felt that way before, but that's why I'm so like, oh my God, don't talk to me, because I just think like that is not going to be the best case scenario for me. Okay. And that there'll be something better. Not that like they're worse or better than the next guy or whatever. It just like maybe that isn't the right match for me. Like I don't know how to describe it, but I'm like, that is just not the life that I would want to live. Yeah. Like, not that it's better or worse, it's just not what I want. Therefore, no. You know what I mean?
No, but okay.
Yeah, I kind of get it. It's like you're holding out in case like there's something better that's gonna like come down the line, and you don't want to like reserve yourself off, and then like I get that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
It's almost like a fear of like
because then if I settle, this is the issue in the past is that like, you think about dating, most of the time, most of my ex-boyfriends have started as friends, and had we not been friends before and we had just met, never in a million years would I have ended up dating them, because we just got too close and there was like some emotional boundary crossed, and then I was emotionally attached, and then I dated them. If I was like sober-minded during that time period, I would have not dated them, most of the guys that I've dated. And so then I see myself like, then I settle in those scenarios.
I have the opposite of that. I start with dating, and then I'm like, yeah, that's great. This is fine. I think I'm the opposite, where it's like, I'm so scared of being single for the rest of my life, I'll give anybody a chance. That's not true.
That's not true.
For like a lot of the times. And I just immediately dated them when I should have never done that. I want to do the opposite and be friends first. So that's interesting.
No, so I don't think that being friends, let me clear this up. I don't think that being friends first is a bad thing. I would actually prefer to be friends first and then it happen. My point is that just some of the guys that I've dated that I should have never dated, we only dated because we were like, we got too close and then it just kind of like went on from there, and then it would like have gotten physical, and then it went on from there, kind of vibe. And not like I want to be friends with them first, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you just need boundaries first.
Yeah, I need boundaries, and like, you know when you just get too close to someone, and if you again were sober-minded and not a fucking idiot, you would have never dated them to begin with. But because we got too close, then I ended up dating them for like a year or two, and that was like, what was I doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
So my biggest fear would be settling, I think.
Yeah.
Long story short.
That
is a big fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is outside of the dating world. I have so many fears when it comes to dating because I feel like I've been single for so long. I'm like, I don't even know where to begin with dating at this point. I don't even remember how to talk to a guy. But yeah. But my biggest fear would probably be taking another job that I hate and then spending another year wasted away doing something that I hate doing.
Yeah.
Like, I never want to be in the position again where I'm working and working and working, and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah,
I'm really
but
happy.
I don't think that was a waste. I think you know what I mean?
It was more of like a learning experience. Yeah.
But you also gained a lot of like confidence and like things through that to where you're like, no, I can change my mind and do something else.
Yeah.
But I get it. In the future, you don't want to do that.
For
I
sure.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so have my paper here, and we're going to be going through some. Again, don't think you're getting great advice, but we will
have something to say.
We'll have something to say, that's for sure. Yeah.
Contribute something.
Okay, the first one I wanted to say that Lauren specifically, I think this might be you'll hear it in a second. And I read a book, and I want to elaborate on this. All of my friends getting boyfriends, or your friends getting boyfriends, and your friendship changing.
Ouch. How does that relate to me?
Because anytime I talk about dating, Lauren's like, no. Like, you're like, I don't think so.
No, it's like, I feel the same way about people getting pregnant. Like, my best friends we can't get pregnant until we're all pregnant.
Yeah,
exactly.
Why would we do that now?
That's not nice. What am I supposed to do without you? And I think that dating's the same way. And you're more than welcome to date, but just, I will also be there.
Also, by the way, I'm actually not more than welcome to date. She's being nice on the podcast, but she doesn't feel that way.
No, it's a joint effort. I think that we all three have to agree that we're going to actively start dating together.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I have been holding off because y'all have been holding off. Like, I won't start dating until someone else is like really dating. Really, like, why would I date when we're going out all the time?
I know, right? That's so true.
I really mean that.
Because I don't want to be the one girl who like gets into a relationship and then she's like, bon voyage, never gonna see my friends again.
Not at all. I don't want to do that.
I don't think I ever really do that. Like, you can have my Thursdays. That's all you have.
Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays.
I need to be alone for most of the week, but you're definitely not getting Fridays or Saturdays. Sundays, Thursdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
That's your time.
That's fair.
I feel like Thursday nights are the kind of nights where it's like, if I like you enough, okay, then maybe we can see each other again on the weekends.
Yeah.
But if I don't, it's a Thursday, I have to work tomorrow. Bye.
You gotta go home.
And also maybe like we are at dinner and if he has friends that he would like to then contribute to our night out, then maybe we'll see them out. That would be more of the vibe. If they brought friends.
I know, but sometimes it depends on the friends.
No, but they would have to, obviously. They can't, obviously.
Like, sometimes when
goes without saying.
When one of our friends goes on a date and then invites their guy friends out, and then their guy friends don't know how to talk to us, and then it feels like a 7th grade dance where like the boys and the girls are separated. Like, we know we should be talking,
but it's just so awkward.
I have nothing to say to you.
You're like, so where did you go to high school?
Yeah. So where's everyone from?
What'd you major in?
Like, you have to play the name game.
Yeah, that's actually pretty horrible. I will say. I read this Dolly Alderton book recently, and it's like everything I know about love or something. It's like the words are crossed out on the cover. She has like an entire chapter about her best friend and when she gets a boyfriend and then they end up getting engaged and they're together for like almost 10 years, and she's talking about like how much she hates this man, but he's so good to her friend, but she's brutally honest in the way that she talks about it. Oof. I almost sent it to you.
I would hate to be that man. Do you think he's read it?
Well, yeah.
Imagine the roles reversed.
Oh.
No, but she doesn't hate him. Like, she's aware when she's writing it that like it's not his fault. And that he's a good guy.
Got it. Okay.
Like, and when they end up breaking off the engagement, she's upset about it. Like, it's this beautiful full circle moment where she finally likes him, and then he leaves the friend.
No, that's fair. I mean,
but she goes in about how because she was so used to like their life together, and then all of a sudden, like her best friend is bringing her boyfriend home now, and not her best friend, and like he's now spending time with her family. He's now getting her Fridays and Saturdays. He's now getting all of that, and I think. yeah, that's a very valid fear. And there's really no words of comfort because that's just part of life.
That is
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You just have to accept it and move on. But I
Yeah.
think it's equally hard for the person in the relationship, and I mean, it hurts a little less if you have a guy to replace your best friend, but like not replace, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have someone there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never even thought about how it would suck for that person until like the past year with our friends. And I was like, yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, it does suck a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, like, we're just so fun and cool that like I would hate to miss out on a night, you know?
Totally.
See, that's the toughest part. Is
Yeah.
half the people that you meet are not as funny.
Yeah. I would never want to hang out with anyone else besides
I'm really
us.
humble. I'm
Yeah.
super, super humble.
Humble, modest, down to earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been told.
Okay. Next one. Being the last single friend.
It won't be me. I'm determined it's not going to be me.
It might be me.
Yeah.
I don't think it will, though.
Yeah, I feel like, oh gosh, in order, I honestly feel like it would be Lauren, Kenzie, and then me.
I don't.
I really think so.
Because you're picky?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm just not in the mindset to date. I don't know.
Well, you were in a very long
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I never had like the high school experience, the college experience. So now I'm like any boy. I'm like no emotions.
There's something to be said about the girls who growing up had like long-term boyfriends
Yeah.
and then post-grad are just like absolutely anti-dating. Don't do anything, you know?
It drove me nuts. I was talking to this one guy, and he told his friend, we weren't even like talking, we were just like hooking up with each other, whatever, very, very chill. And he told his guy friend, he was like, well, I'm really worried that she's gonna catch feelings.
God.
And when he
Oh my
told me
God.
that, I literally thought I was gonna explode into a fireball. I was like, the audacity. I was like, okay, well, I am kind of catching feelings. I would never admit that. I was like,
I never told you
obviously.
that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But like, you don't know that.
Yeah, and so then that just like completely ruined the guy world again for me. So I was like, you're done.
Story of my life.
Like it just
You're
baffles me, blows my mind, the
I know.
audacity of men.
Yeah. No, men they're the ones that have the feelings.
Yes.
And they're like, "Ugh, she has feelings for me. And I'm like, I really don't, but I know that you do. Like, you
Yeah.
held my hand going to sleep.
Yeah.
I didn't hold your hand.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, the thing with guys is that they're largely, especially in their early 20s, are so unbelievably emotionally underdeveloped.
That's so true.
And they don't know how. It's crazy. They don't know how to communicate their feelings. They don't even know what they're feeling because they've literally anything with feelings or emotions, more often than not, horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. So yeah, they're in love with you. Shut up.
100%.
Obviously.
When they say that, now that I've grown up a little bit, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
you have feelings for me.
That's so
Flip it. That's really cute. But no, we're not dating. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm over
I
it.
bring out like my 6-foot pole and I'm like, back.
Yeah.
Someone also said not knowing where to live. A lot of people said
Ooh,
that.
that's a good one. Especially I feel like if you move, like I know a lot of people are moving from California to Dallas right now, and so many people have been asking you for recommendations,
Yeah.
like where to live, because I feel like where you live makes a huge difference of like a make or break of if you're gonna love the new city that you're in. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like say if you move to Dallas, then you move to like Deep Ellum, like and it's just so loud, like parties every night, and it's like, oh, I hate Dallas.
And
but
you're
it's
like a
that's-
reader that doesn't go out. It's not the
Exactly,
city- or the-
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, that is really hard to find.
Yeah.
But I don't even know, like, I've always just known that I was going to move to Dallas.
Yeah.
But beyond that,
I didn't.
Well, we're very different.
Yeah.
I went from suburbs to Oklahoma back to Dallas, and I don't really have a desire to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Honestly, same.
I think too, like, I would, honestly, when I was in college, I had this almost like hyperfixation on every single decision and move that I made, like just in my life, not even like physical move, to where if I almost like looked at life as if it was like this more like linear path, and like if I make this wrong decision, that's a small decision, then X, Y, and Z won't happen because I didn't do this thing. Like it was very, very weird, like the way that I was looking at it. And with moving, you can always, I don't know, like you can always move again. Like it's not like you're set in stone there forever if you hate it. I think it's really important when you move to a new city to give it time, like your first, honestly, like 1 to 2 years even, like you have to give yourself time to adjust. But yeah, I think, moving to, it's tough. Like honestly, if I would not be, my life would be nowhere near what it is now if I was still living here in LA. And I'm so glad, as everyone knows, that I moved to Dallas. You know what I mean?
Thank God.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I think it just is like always wondering if there's something better.
Yeah.
And I feel like just do your research. Like put the time in and just really research.
In your 20s is the time to
to
try
explore
it. Because once you're married with a family, it's kind of hard to pack up and move.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I think moving to a new city can be good for you, even if you're only there for like a year or whatever. It's not, I don't know. It's not even a must. I think just because I've done it, I think like, had I not moved when I was 17 and I moved when I was 23, I would have actually been a lot more scared to move at 23 because I was really naive when I was 17. So it was actually really easy to move across country because I was so naive. And then as you get older, it's like you're more in your head about it. So maybe channel your naive 17-year-old self. That can be horrible advice, but it can make a move easier.
Just let us know.
Yeah. Just keep me posted because it's gonna go one way or the other, you know. Okay, financial security, like making enough money.
That's really hard.
I mean, you're laying the foundation in these years. All of those videos. I don't know if I'm on financial TikTok or if that's just everybody, but like what work you put in now is what you pay off later. So like just saving now could make you a millionaire when you're 60.
Well, it's investing now.
Yeah,
It's not saving, but yeah.
Whatever. Don't give advice from me.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, this is like a really, we're in a, I don't know if it's like one of the worst times to be in your 20s or just like to be on this earth after a pandemic.
Yeah, we got a really shitty simulation. Like
we're like in a recession or heading into a recession.
Yeah.
Some people are already saying we're in a recession.
Pandemics, like war,
Would you rather be really unhappy and unfulfilled by your job but rich or poor but really happy and like you love your job?
Definitely the second one.
Lauren's the first. I already know this.
Here's the thing. I've been both.
To be fair.
Yeah.
I have been both. And life is easier with money.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
like
like, you can't really put a price on happiness, but you can on your bills.
Yeah.
It's like almost like, would you rather be thrilled that you're homeless or live in a big mansion but depressed? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe not as extreme as like not like a poverty level. Just like no.
Oh, then poor and happy.
like paycheck
Yeah.
to paycheck,
Yeah, like you can have your basic needs met.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, then yeah, no, poor and happy. I was thinking extremes.
Yeah, not. I think that they are probably thinking that too, but I'm like, just to make it easier.
Yeah.
I would rather be happy and like less wealthy, I guess would be the better way to say it.
Yeah, sorry.
But I also would not. I am
No, it's good
obviously.
to hear both sides. No, it's good. It's good
actually-
to have devil's
it's a-
advocate. It's good.
It's a good conversation though
Yeah.
because I obviously I got very lucky and I started working really young in a job that I love doing and I just have so much freedom and I can do like I have my dream job, right? Yeah. And I also make good money. So like I started really young. So it's a very unique situation. So because of all those circumstances coming together, I'm so like, but I didn't always make good money also. That's important to note for like a very long time. But I am so like, I think everyone should like have their dream job, go do these things, like whatever. But also there are people who really don't care that much about their job and like they have a life and then like their job is just something that they do to then have a life and like their life outside of it. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So you don't have to like, I don't know, to me, basically what I'm trying to say is that like my career mattered a lot to me, but it doesn't always matter a lot to people. Like people aren't as like emotionally attached to it. And so I think that it wouldn't really matter. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And in a lot of cases, like, especially in the working world, like, you have to put in your due diligence and work the shitty jobs to get to the place, like, where you want to be, to where you're working your dream job and you're, you know, you have, like, all the money in the world.
100%.
It's like you definitely, So it's hard. It's hard with that one.
Yeah. I just think for me, personality-wise, I would be so depressed if I hated what I did every day.
Yeah.
But if it's something that you're not, like, you don't really care and a job's a job to
not
you,
forever,
more of, like, that mentality, then, I mean, do that and be
exactly
rich.
how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not super passionate about cybersecurity. It's not who I am, but I'm good at it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it allows you to have the life
Exactly.
that you want to live.
Like,
Yeah.
I could come to LA for the weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
and you have, like,
great.
so many work friends, which I love.
Like,
Yeah.
As long as you don't hate your life every single day,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Just pick what your priorities are.
Yeah.
But I do think that's important to say because I've always been so like, oh, do what you want to do and whatever. And then as time went on and we started talking about it, I was like, actually, that's kind of stupid. Not stupid, but like not everyone feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like my dream job would be to sit on my couch all day long.
Literally.
I kind of need a job to be like, come to the office and do something productive today. Because before that, when I worked at home, my step count was like 600 for the full day. And I was like, yep, all right, time to go to bed. Like, I did my day. So thank God now I have to go to an office.
Yeah.
Because that would be my dream job, is to sit home and test new Netflix shows.
Yeah.
And that's not good for me.
Yeah. You know, there are jobs that do that.
I can't have them. My health would go off the charts.
Through the roof. It would not be it. Okay. Constantly not wanting to drink but having FOMO.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Presley, speak to that.
Like, I can't fully relate, but yeah.
I definitely feel like now I've gotten to the point where like I have cut back on my drinking. Like I definitely like to go out and have like 2 drinks like at dinner. But I feel like my stamina just is not there anymore. And so whenever I do go out to the bars, I want to keep up with like all of my friends because obviously like when you're around like drunk people and you want to be like a part of that and like have fun and like laugh at like the stupid shit. But it's like also part of me is like, oh, I like to have a routine and I don't want to be so hungover in the morning. So it's like I want to be fun and have fun with my friends and have these memories, but at the same time, like I don't want to be hungover dying in my bathroom the next day and not keep drinking.
And in Presley's defense, the drunk friend she's talking about are me and Lauren.
And like, yeah, these 2 friends of mine. Yeah, you guys wouldn't know them.
You wouldn't know.
But I do have
very
a solution
low-key.
for you. Okay, so if you only do tequila shot, tequila doesn't make you that hungover if you don't mix it with sugar. Sugar is what makes you hungover.
Have you met Presley?
Yeah.
There's no one who hates shots more.
You can do it.
The amount of times people buy her shots at the bar and
my
she
God.
just slips them to me and I have to take
literally-
them every time.
I will do that with anything but a tequila shot.
I love tequila
Lemon
shots.
drops?
I will say though, Presley, I think you'll be happy to hear that I too am cutting back on my drinking.
Okay.
And Lauren's not happy her face right now.
But there's also nothing wrong with if you like to go out and you like to
but
get shit-faced. Like,
it's
that's fine.
ruining my Saturdays and my
Yeah,
Sundays, and it's
it
going into the week. And I'm so routined. And like I want my farmer's market like Saturday mornings. I want to go to boxing class.
Yeah.
That Lauren one time said she was gonna go with me.
Yeah.
I've
just
You
come
made
to
it for the
appreciate-
Saturday morning.
at 11:20 a.m.
And I was out till 4.
Yeah, I know, but
I
that
was
is the
not
problem.
making that.
But that is the problem. I will say, yeah, I don't know. A lot of, especially in your 20s, so much of your social life is based around drinking.
So true, yeah.
And so that is a little bit unfortunate.
Day drinking.
Oh my God. See, like
See, like,
Presley can't get out. Look
I
at her.
can't even, if you could see my face, yeah, I'm just like,
Okay, we can find other things to do. What do you guys want to do? Like a game night? Like board games?
I'm not like a huge game night person. to be
Trivia
honest.
night?
I'm trying to find what we could do that's fun. Since you
Bowling?
don't want to do alcohol anymore.
We can do other
alcohol.
things. Bowling. Everything has alcohol. Even at
I
my dinner
know.
party, alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah.
Book club, alcohol. Everything has alcohol.
Everything is
We can just
associated with
not
alcohol.
drink though. But the thing that I was going to say is that what I'm doing now when I go out, and I will be, because October to May is like the time that you go out the most, or that we go
for
out the most.
sure. Yeah.
What I'm doing is once I get to the bars after dinner, I'm not drinking anymore, and I'm getting club soda with lime in it. So
See,
it looks
that's
like a ranch
smart.
water. See, Lauren
Yeah.
hasn't even noticed this.
No, I have noticed this.
Oh.
That's what I need
Because
to
you
start
have said
doing.
as soon as we leave dinner at like, which by the way, we've been eating dinner very early.
We went at 5 like 2 times, and we literally think that we have retired. And we won't stop talking about how we went to dinner at 5 p.m. over 2
I
months
thought
ago.
that we weren't going out at all anymore because we didn't go out for like a month.
It's summer. It's just...
Yeah, it's so
really
hot
too
out.
hot.
It's
like
so hot,
miserable.
yeah.
Makeup is all melted off. I
But
get
yeah,
to the
so
bar
our
and
5 p.m. dinners, and by 7 p.m. you're like, I'm done drinking.
Okay,
like
that's
you
not-
might as well go to bed.
that is actually not... Well, thank you. I would if you didn't get so upset.
You can do whatever you want.
Really? You must be really upset.
No, it's okay. I have other friends.
She'll just text me. I wish you were here. Oh, really?
I'll just be. I think I do every time you leave early. I just send pictures with our friends to you.
She'll send like sad faces throughout the night, no context. Yeah. But honestly, like it can't be done because Presley has really always done that with us, and like
yeah.
and that it just can be done. And it's
But
fine.
it's so fun when you come out. Do you not have fun?
No, I do have a blast, but I definitely experience FOMO because then I do feel bad because it's like literally 11:30 and I'm like, it's time for me to call my Uber. And then I go home and then everyone still stays.
I feel like there's a compromise in here somewhere. We'll find it.
Yeah, eventually.
I think I just found it. I think just go for like an hour and we get our club soda with lime.
Back by 12.
Yeah, honestly, back by 12 would be nice.
I could do that.
Yeah.
We don't need to be closing out the bars. Like, at what age do we stop staying until the lights turn on? Like,
We're past that age. We're past it.
Because I think we've outgrown Henderson. I have to be honest with you. Like, I think
agree.
we're too old. We're
I agree.
like, I really do.
Yeah.
I think, where was I? KSP. And there was this kid with his uncle. And I was like, how old are you? And he's like, it's my 17th birthday.
Oh
and I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
why are you here? And he's like, oh, my uncle's chaperoning. And I was like,
Chaperoning?
okay, I can't come here
Oh,
ever
my
again.
Lanta.
Well, we've never really went to KSP, to be fair, but
I will say that the second time I went, it was really fun.
you know, well, we have friends who really like it. I think maybe we should dabble. We're at the age, guys, in all seriousness, listeners, we need your help. At what age group do you change your bar scene? Because right now, where we're at is really like heavily post-grad, okay?
Yeah.
And we're 25, all turning 25. No, you guys are turning 25, I'm already 25. We're all the same age. But I think at some point,
You gotta move on.
you've got to move on, and we're having a hard time with
Where do we move on to?
Harwood
What is the
Arms.
next
Harwood
chapter?
Arms in Inwood.
Harwood Arms.
Oh, okay. I could be down for that.
Are they?
If the crowd's
are they
older.
post-grad?
Yeah, like
But
I consider Harwood Arms and Inwood Tavern like undergrad. Like that's where we would go. But maybe for like
I don't
outside
think
of
it is
people-
anymore though, because when I'm there, the age group is definitely a little
like
bit older.
post-grad, okay.
I feel like it's like 20. I think it's like
Okay.
up like 26,
Yeah.
28 at
I
Harwood
wasn't
Arms.
sure if like lounges.
Also,
like,
I
don't
have
know.
never, the hottest group of guys ever in Dallas are always at Harwood Arms.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yep.
Perfect.
So I love that. Okay,
Just hope they're 27.
Yeah.
next fear, losing my friends to different like life paths, life journeys.
Yeah, that's just life.
yeah,
I
that's
hate
life.
to break it to you, but
But like, I don't really want that to happen.
I know, just
You
not with
know?
us.
Yeah, it
can't
happens to
with
other
us, but
people.
everyone
It
else.
It just depends on your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and you kind of know.
Yeah,
Because
I feel like you
should
get
know
a,
who
you get
your
a
friends
feeling.
are and what they want out of their life. So you should be able to see that coming. It's never just a random thing.
That's true. But sometimes you just have been friends with someone for like 20 years, 15, 20 years. Like, this is like your childhood friend. And then one person is just like getting married, one person's doing something else, and you're like in different life phases.
Yeah.
I do think it's really important, though, to have friends that are in the same life phases as you. Like, if you, I think the most obvious one is like married versus single. But people who complain all the time about being single, and it's like, well, if you're hanging out with people who are in relationships all the time or married, like, they're also just in a different, like, phase of life.
Yeah.
You need to have friends who are single.
Yeah, because then you almost feel pressured to like get into like that same like
Yeah.
scenario.
Oh my God. And they try to set you up with people just
Yes.
so that they can get you off their plate.
Yes, you're not third wheeling anymore. They're like, get this third wheel out of here.
Yeah. Do you feel pushed to the side when people
Scram.
set you up?
No. But it never is somebody that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Maybe one day it will be.
It's more of just like a, hey, I know this other single person. You guys should meet. I'm like, we have nothing in common. They don't live here. What about this seemed like a good idea to you? Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Part of me thinks though that like the relationships that are the best and the ones that I like look up to and I'm like, y'all are so fucking cute, are the ones that people set up through mutual friends. So part
Yeah.
of me
True.
hates it and then part of me loves it because I've seen like how it can work
It
out
just
for
needs to
people.
be intentional.
It only
Yeah.
you only have to get it right once.
Yeah.
So like it could be horrible 15 times.
Fall down 9 times, get back up 10.
Yeah, like you really though, it only has to be right one time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So, do you guys want to set me up? I'll set you guys up.
Yeah.
If I had someone to set you up
I
with.
know, same.
We have the same friends. How are we gonna set each other up with people? By the way, there's not one guy in Dallas that we're not all friends with. That we know, like we have the same friends.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to brainstorm.
I'll really get to thinking, but
But if I find somebody that's single, I'm going to date them.
and if honestly, I'm gonna be really honest with you, Lauren. I think if you knew someone that you knew would be a really good match with me, you wouldn't even tell me about
Nobody
him
for you. I'm
2
so
more
sorry.
years.
Please.
And then it would be like, we met 5 years from now. We were both so lonely and miserable. And at the wedding, you're like, yeah, I knew the whole time. It wasn't my time yet, so I had to give you guys some space, you know?
You know what?
Whatever.
That is what would happen. Okay, again, not meeting my husband, not being happy, Yeah, that's ending up alone, not finding love. Oh wow, not finding a husband. Not finding a husband by 30. I think that
I care less about that.
I care so much less about that, but I think I cared more about it when I was like 20. But the whole like 30, it's so stupid.
I know. When I was 12 years old, I had it all planned out. I was like, as soon as I graduate, I'm going to have a ring, a rock on this finger. I'm going to have my first child by like 25. And now here I am, almost 25. And that is
I think it's because a lot of our parents did that.
Yes.
Like
that was
our
the
parents'
timeline.
lives.
Yeah.
And I don't
It's
look
just
at my
so different
cousins that
now.
got married at 30 and are having kids in their 30s, and I don't feel bad for them.
Yeah.
I want to be them. I want to wait.
To be honest with you, when I see people that I know that are our age, like getting married and having kids and stuff, I'm like, I'm happy that you're happy. But like when I think about it, if it was me, I'm like, oh my God. Like it makes me feel like claustrophobic.
If I met somebody and I fell in love with them, it's not like I'm going to be like, well, we have to wait till I'm 30.
Yeah.
But like, for me to think about the fact that I could have a child right now makes me nauseous.
Yeah, never. But also, I think that 30, like who told everyone that a girl has to be married by her 30?
Young.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If honestly, if the biological clock wasn't a thing, I wouldn't get married till I was like 40. I really wouldn't. I would put it off as long as possible.
Yeah, and now people like freeze their eggs.
Yeah.
So it's just like the timeline is just, it's just growing. I do not consider 30 old at all.
At
No,
all.
absolutely not.
I'm
No.
actually really looking forward to my 30s. I think that's when I'm going to thrive the most.
Yeah. My mom raised me to wait till my 30s.
Yeah.
She was like, you don't know who you are until you're 30. Don't try and make life decisions until you know who you are.
I like that.
My parents really do not want me to get married until I'm 30 something. So.
Well, good. We're
What
supported.
are your thoughts on prenups?
Oh, I feel like it's so different with each couple and situation. For me, I feel like I would want one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because some people are like, okay, well, if you're going to get a prenup, then that means you're setting up your marriage to fail. Which, like, I don't see it that way. I see it as just, like, a security blanket. You're just looking out for yourself financially because you never know what's going to happen down the road. Like, ever.
Nobody getting married thinks they're going to get divorced.
Exactly.
Yeah. I see both sides, but I agree with you, Presley.
Yeah.
Like, I would...
I don't know.
I think part of me is like, no, I wouldn't want it because no, why would you need that, whatever. But also people don't realize is that even if, let's say we end up marrying someone who is really, really wealthy, a prenup also protects the person who comes into the marriage with nothing. So people don't realize that it's not just protecting.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. So it's not like that person like walks away with nothing, and it basically it also protects you. I'm not really sure how, I just know that it does.
I would not be offended if I was getting married to a wealthy guy and he asked me to sign it.
Yeah.
I get that. That's fine. Protect yourself.
Yeah.
But I feel if you both don't have money and you try to get it,
Really?
what's the point?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
What are we protecting here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I think I asked this because my dad was telling me this the other day. He's like, he's so pro prenup.
Yeah, my parents are very pro prenup.
Yeah. And he's like, you will not be getting married unless you have a prenup. There's no way.
I have nothing to protect, so that's on him.
So that'll be a call later down the line. Not having a good job that pays well that I enjoy, which we kind of covered already. Yeah. But I think it's a concept like a dream job. Like you don't have to. Some people just want like a life that they. What is it? Live to work, work to live.
Yeah.
You're one of those.
I
two
work to
people.
live.
I live to work. Honestly, it's tough.
Yeah, that's hard.
Okay, I'm trying to not make a noise with this paper, but there was a lot about people worrying that they're never going to get to the place of like having confidence or liking themselves or having a good relationship with their body or just even with like a good relationship with themselves.
Kind of comes with age.
That is the good part of that.
Yeah.
I think in high school it was like make or break for me. And then I hit college and it was still insecure, whatever. 2 years out of college, I'm like, this is what I look like. Take it or leave it. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is who I am. But you do have to do a lot of self-work with it. It's not something that just comes over time. You do have to do something about it.
People always say when you get into your 30s, you just stop caring what people think too. That's the best part about being in your 30s. So I think that is also a helpful thing. Yeah. But in all seriousness, that is not, having a good relationship with yourself is not something that just happens. Like that is something that you have to actually really work on, whether it's through it could be like anything that you're doing. It could be
journaling,
like
self-talks. What is it called when you wake up in the morning? Affirmations, yeah.
Therapy. I mean, so many different things. The thing that has built my confidence the most, that Ed Milet always says, confidence is making promises to yourself and keeping them, because confidence is trust. Having self-confidence would be building trust with yourself. And my dad, I'm so routined, and I'm so like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. And I get that from my dad. And my dad always told me growing up, he would say like, this is the most important part. And that was mainly because it was like dealing with my anxiety. But also I realized as like I was doing that growing up, it did build a lot of confidence. And then now, even something as small as like my morning routine, and also I think everyone is so different, and like certain things that help you will not help me, or certain things that help me will not help them. But what has really, really helped me though is having routines and like doing things by myself. And I think, I mean, I'm only 25, but I think the difference between being 20 and 25 is so drastically different, but it gets easier with age.
Yeah. Something that really helped me is I like switched my mindset whenever it came to working out. Whereas before, like as soon as I graduated college, I was like, I have to work out to lose weight. I have to lose weight. Like I just like embedded it into my mind so hard. And now I've switched it to where it's I want to work out because I want to feel good. And I want to be energized throughout my day. So I don't like put that added pressure onto myself to where if I don't like lose weight, I'm like, oh god damn it, like we have to go like 10 times harder. Now I just want to do it for myself and to feel good and just be happy throughout the day. Yeah.
I think that's huge. Did you see Kit's video that she posted recently?
No.
So my friend Kit Keenan posted a TikTok, and she had just gotten out of a SoulCycle class, and the SoulCycle instructor said, oh wow, I ate, I don't know what it was, whatever food it was, and he's like, last night, and I feel horrible, but like, you know, it's like not good for me, whatever, but like at least we're here and we can work it off this morning. Who also feels that way? And it's like, that is so,
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's so not cool. And she made, the whole point of the video was, she's like, you know, I've worked so hard to like have a better outlook on like fitness and health, and to where that isn't my goal. My goal is to feel good. And like that is not, she's like, and maybe there's someone who's like really there struggling with that, and then saying, I don't know, it's just not,
it makes it seem like the workout is like a punishment for the dinner that you had last night, which I don't like. It should be, you're going to the studio, you made it there, like you're with a positive group of people, and you're just gonna have fun. And you're gonna sweat while you're doing it. Like, yeah, that's rough.
Were you gonna say something?
No. I'm not on my workout game yet.
Well, it doesn't have to be a workout.
Well, I mean, like, general self-care.
Just like all of it. Yeah, I do think, though, people to follow if you're struggling with this, Eli Rallo, so good. Victoria Garrick, so good. Megan Roop, so good. Those people talk a lot about body confidence and about having a healthier relationship with yourself and a healthier relationship with working out. The other thing too that I weirdly feel like lucky about, if I'm trying to find the positives of like having severe anxiety, is that I like working out has been the number one thing that's helped my anxiety. Like if I am not working out or just like getting movement or whatever it is, and I'm also the weirdo that loves working out. Like I just love doing it. So it's the one thing that always really helped my mental health. So I think that I was more focused on that, and like while that was such a con in my life, it is a little bit more of a pro, because like I think it gave me something else that I was like working out for, you know what I mean, when I was younger, if there's any positive of anxiety. And the other thing I will say though is like your body really does change in your mid-20s, and I've noticed that. That's what I was gonna say to you earlier, but I couldn't tell what you were saying. It's so I was doing my Dyson, and Lauren was talking, and I was like, yeah. But your body really does change in your mid-20s. In the past year, or the past like 6 months, I think I've noticed it with myself. And I was like, okay, I really don't want to like slip or get into like a bad mindset, and I want to like almost like be more like proactive about it. And something that also helped me through that was knowing that was like happening, and people were talking about that online and how normal it was, instead of like expecting your body to like never change and evolve. Like you shouldn't look how you looked when you were 17, 18.
Yeah, you
that would be
don't
weird.
want to look like a child.
Yeah, that would be very weird.
But no, I am very excited. I'm going to call it my second puberty. And I love it. I've been loving it.
Wait, talk about this, how you love it.
Okay, so my body shape used to be SpongeBob. Where just like all of my measurements, like shoulders, waist, hips, same thing. And then one day I looked in the mirror, I have a freaking waist.
I
don't know where
she's got like an hourglass.
And I don't know where it came from. Looks because good. It's not like I'm working out more. I go on walks. If anything, I gained weight, which is fine, but I got a waist out of it. I don't know if it's from the weight, but I think it is a second puberty thing because I
Yeah,
really
I don't
haven't
think
done
it's from-
I haven't done anything different, but I'm really starting to like it.
So your clothes fit you, like your body doesn't need to fit these clothes. So it doesn't matter the size or the number. Like I just bought all new jeans because like none of my jeans really like fit me anymore. And at first I was like, I'm not really like loving this. And then I was like, who cares?
Yeah,
like they're
exactly.
jeans and I'll just find a different one, and it's fine if I'm going up a size or it's fine if I'm going up, whatever it is. Like I just need jeans that fit me. It doesn't like, my body does not need to fit into these clothes. The clothes need to fit my body.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a wide range of jean sizes.
Yes,
because
me
my,
too.
My
Yeah.
body fluctuates so much. Like 1 month I'll be 2 sizes bigger than I was the month before, and then I'll be an in-between size. Like I don't really understand it, but I just have a wide array, and it's fine. Just I'll wear whatever jeans fit me that day.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. I'm not a certain size. I am just what I am at that moment.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that TikTok of how to find your jean size without putting them
Yeah,
on?
around your neck.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really want to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you couldn't get me to go into a store right now. Like I don't want to go to the mall. It's too hot.
I just want to use my own jeans to test it.
You know what I want to go to? The Abercrombie in North Park that's opening.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not open yet, but
I know.
I
Aloe
really need
opens
it
today,
It
so
does?
it'll be open by this point. Yeah.
Hmm.
Is there any other fears that you guys have? Anything we feel like we haven't talked about?
I don't think so.
There is a fear of disappointing my parents.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's a real fear.
Oh, that's a really good
Okay.
one.
Yeah, just because they raise you to be a certain way and they have certain expectations, or even if they don't say them out loud, you feel like there's expectations,
Yeah.
and not living up to that really would suck.
I had this fear like big time when I moved out to LA, and I moved when I was really young, and it was like on my career. And it was all on me. It wasn't like I was like working for someone else. And I remember like not hitting the marks that like I set for myself, and I was like, oh my god, my dad's gonna be, I don't know why I thought this, my dad's like the most supportive person ever, but I was like, oh my god, like my dad, he's gonna be like, this is a waste, or like you didn't do this or whatever, which is so not my dad to begin with. But then he called me, he's like, oh my god, you far exceeded everything, and like said the complete opposite. But in my head I was like, oh my god, like I'm not doing anything, you know. I feel like a lot of our disappointments that we think we're disappointing other people, we're so much harder on ourselves than the other people are on us.
Yeah, my freshman year of college when I got less than a 3.0 my first semester, and I was shaking to go tell my mom, and she was like, oh, a 2.7? You doubled my first GPA. High-fived me, and then we got drinks.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was so scared because I was like, I'm going to lose my scholarship. They're not going to let me come here. I'm going to have to come back and go to the community school just to prove that I can actually go back to a university. Nope. Doubled what she did. We celebrated.
Yeah.
So I think that sometimes you put pressure on yourself to reach a certain level that you think is expected of you, but you're the only one that's expecting it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just think like the way society brands your 20s is so false. It's not the best time of your life at all, hopefully. I'm like, it's not the best time. I'm hoping. But it's not, like your 20s are a decade that you're supposed to like really mess up, figure yourself out. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. You don't need to make $1 million. You don't need to build this crazy like career by 26. You don't need to be in like Forbes. Like there's so many things that like, for whatever reason, I think largely it has to do with social media too. For whatever reason, you feel like you have to be at a certain place, and what you see online, obviously, not even just what you see online. Like this is the thing that is annoying. The whole concept and conversations around social media being so fake. So is real life. When you talk to someone randomly, how are you? They're not telling you. You know what I mean? Like
No.
That's
people
so true.
aren't saying that in real life either. But I
Yeah.
do see it's obviously like way amplified on social media. And we compare, and then we get really in our heads and feel like we have to do everything in our 20s. And like, I want to be adding things to my life when I'm like 40. Like, it doesn't all need to happen right now. And I also, when I get really anxious or really stressed and feel like I'm so lost and so confused and like, just, my life is falling apart, I just like, almost like visualize myself at like 35 with everything that I wanted, and then look back at myself at 25, and I'm like, all right. Like if you think about yourself at 35, that person's gonna be like, I wish I wouldn't have wasted so much time worrying, or I wish I wouldn't have wasted so much time like stressing out over nothing and like making up fears and spiraling when like it was all gonna work out in the end. So I just try to live from the point of like my 35-year-old self, knowing that it's all worked out, and then like it's just gonna happen inevitably.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to fail. And
Yeah.
you're failing, but you're failing for a reason. You're figuring out what's going to work for you. It's like a grind and a fail, but you can't get caught up in it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that didn't work. Okay, move on to something else.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
What is success to you guys?
Probably just something that I can be proud of, whether that's big or small.
Yeah.
Just adding a value to my life that I'd be like, okay, that was a good thing.
Yeah.
Success is to me that I put my heart into something that I love doing and I'm happy doing it, even if it is successful or not successful. Like,
but like that would be
business-wise.
success to you, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah. Like to me, you can't measure that. Like if I'm happy and I love doing it and I wake up every day and I'm like, all right, let's go get this bread. Like, let's go get it. Yeah. That to me is success.
Someone said to me one day that they measure their life by their success in their life by like their mark is like the almost the like level of their relationships, like the not level but like maybe depth of their relationships, or if they have good relationships around them, like the health of their relationships.
Yeah,
they were like, that is how I can tell how I'm doing in life is
That's good.
by the health of the relationships around me. And I don't necessarily think that's like I don't know, it's like whatever success is to you. But as someone who was like so only focused on her career in life for like so long and like just didn't have the friendships that I wanted, I'm like, that is a way bigger thing to me now. But I've learned, like for me personally, I'm just someone who requires very good, strong friendships. Like I need that in my life to be happy, and I would rather have that than have $1 million in my bank or something like that. It's never money motivated, but you would rather have $1 million.
No.
No. Your face.
Just like buy a yacht and only hang out with the people on the yacht that are working for me. That would be so sad.
You would make friends with them though. Honestly, you might be able to do that.
I'm paying them to be my friends. Like that's not.
It's not the same. Yeah, but I'm just like more focused on like, and I want to be around with my family. Like I want, like even I'm flying home Sunday. I'm driving straight to something. Like I want to be around for like my niece's life. Like I don't want to be gone. I don't know. I think I've just like figured out more of like what success means to me, and it's like having, because I like my career and love doing that. Like doing, to me, it's honestly not having a set vision and being open to like a lot of different things and changing career paths, and then also like the relationships around me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how are we feeling in our 20s to conclude this? After, just a little doom talk.
I mean, we're like halfway through our 20s.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm going to start planning my 30th. Maybe I'll get a yacht.
Start planning my 30th.
I'm reading your list right now. T-Pain, Corbin Bleu. I honestly, my 20s are optimistic.
Yeah.
I feel good about them.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm not reaping success right now, but I'm hoping that I will in my 30s. And that's what I'm building for.
Yeah.
I'm having fun right now.
My 20s
Yes.
got good when I stopped trying to like know everything.
Yeah.
And when I stopped trying to have it figured out.
And stop putting pressure on myself.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Now I just have like a completely different outlook in my 20s.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
I thought I was
Fuck
so
it.
smart when I was 17.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah.
I was a genius.
I knew everything at 17.
And then I realized if you think you're the smartest person in the room, you never will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grow up. And now I'm the dumbest person in the room.
Happily. Like, yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
You can only
totally
go up from
fine.
there. Yeah, that's fine.
It was the second, like, I was so miserable when I felt like it was like a control thing because your 20s are just full of uncertainty. So I was so miserable when I was like, well, I need to know everything and I need to do everything and I need to whatever. And the second that I just gave all that up and started having fun, honestly, and like letting loose a little bit, like calm down, I started having fun.
A little bit.
Okay, Lauren. So anyways, that was a great episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Where can they find you guys? Because they have great TikToks. You should follow. There's a lot of content about me, so.
What is my I don't know what. Lauren
Summerlin, yeah.
Summerlin with a Y.
Yeah.
And mine's just my first and last name, Presley Farah.
Love. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks. Love you guys.
Bye. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know by giving it a nice thumbs up and subscribe for more.